thought it was quite fitting for today's occasion that we share this time. So I'm sure many of you have thought that this has happened relatively fast between Olivia and Jonah, but the truth is that their story actually began about 40 years ago when Erica and I became best friends in grade 3 at school. So none of this would have happened if it weren't for us. So while I was writing my speech, my beautiful sister Amy in Scotland, actually sent me a poem that she'd written. So I'm just going to share that with you because it pretty much summed up everything that I wanted to say anyway. Just sort of all about their story. So, Ode to Olivia and Jonah. Long ago, in a town called Brampton, 2 young girls met in grade 3. Best friends forever, they both promised, but future in-laws they couldn't foresee. They stayed in contact throughout the years, though separated by miles vast. They were there for each other's milestones, unaware a great love would come from their past. Cantaloupe's firstborn, Jonah, met Sarah and Dave's Olivia Rose when the 2 friends reunited in Scotland 19 years before he would propose. Olivia then grew up in Australia with Noah and Millie by her side, a life filled with dance, church, and schooling. She took all challenges in her stride. Meanwhile, across the world in Quebec, spending his days learning and on the slopes, Jonah grew up alongside 4 brothers. Of finding true love, he had high hopes. In 2024, Olivia traveled to Scotland to visit and do a placement in a school. She secretly shared about feelings for Jonah. Auntie Amy, he seems really cool. That September, Jonah flew to Australia. They met in person and they fell in love. They wouldn't let distance stand in their way. As a couple, they fit like a glove. A cold, snowy forest was the setting for Jonah to drop down to one knee. An absolute yes and a beautiful ring. Husband and wife, they were destined to be. They traveled together soon after to Italy and then bonny Scotland. Family time and Jonah's new love of haggis, a return visit was sure to be planned. And now here you are, a married couple. New exciting adventures ahead in your life. We love you and send our huge congrats to groom Jonah and Olivia, his wife.
Okay, we're powering through this because we're going to boogie on down on the dance floor. We got smoke machines, lights. It's going to be great. So we're going to power through. Okay, so briefly, Jonah and Olivia, I'll share a little bit about you in a minute. But my dear friend Sarah, I just have to tell you about this wonderful woman. I can't believe you flew all this way and having a wedding here in Canada. This is very special for her to be back. Oh, so many stories I could tell you about Sarah. She is the most self-sacrificing person, kind, compassionate. Yeah, you laugh at me sometimes. She does make fun of me and laugh at me, but as schoolgirls, she would take care of me. I remember walking down the street and just saying, Sarah, aren't you afraid of death? And she would say, well, I just try not to think about it so much. She'd rub my arm and, help me move on, because I have a dark side. Couple of stories, 2 short stories. We went to Florida to visit my grandparents. We were young-ish. How old? About 15 years old. And my grandparents served grapefruit for breakfast every morning, and neither of us we just didn't like it. She has a sensitive tummy, can't handle the acid. But neither of us could tell them that we didn't like the grapefruit. So we powered through this grapefruit every morning. And on the last morning, I just dropped my spoon. I said, I can't do it. And she grabbed my grapefruit, she shoveled it all down, she ate my grapefruit for me. And this is one of many times that she did stuff like this for me. She's just always willing to sacrifice herself. And even recently, on her trip to Toronto, I won't get graphic, but one of the kids was sick. I won't say who, don't worry, nobody will get embarrassed. And while I was dealing with it and taking stuff out of the room, I came back, her sleeves were rolled up, she's diving in, she's cleaning up my kids' stuff. Don't worry, I didn't say who it was, so you don't need to be embarrassed. So she's just a wonderful person. And then I met Olivia, and hadn't seen Sarah for 14 years, and Olivia, your kind face, your compassionate face, an amazing listener, a passionate soul. I could see your mom in you, and just a compatibility between the two of you. And Jonah, I knew he was in love when he was a man at peace. He was at peace with himself, at peace with the world. There was nothing uptight or anxious about this relationship. It was just falling in love and a peacefulness. So amazing. And Jonah boy, I love you. You made me a mom, and went off to the Middle East not knowing a soul, and Dad went off to work, and it was just you and me discovering a new land together. And you're just an amazing young man, and I love you so much. Okay, I said we were going to quickly power through. Where's my phone? Here. I have to thank people. I wrote it down so I can do it. I really don't want to forget anyone. Okay, hold on. Okay, the font is too small. The font is too small, and I asked Sarah to help me. She looks at it and she says, this font is small. And then when we made the screen brighter, she lit up her flashlight on her phone and started pointing it at my phone. And I said, you're not helping. Okay. So Barbara, I don't know if she's here, our wedding coordinator at Bishop's. We're thankful to her. We're so thankful to Jerry and Laura. You came in at the last minute and you've just taken such a burden off of us. Hugo and our amazing catering team in the kitchen, we see you. We're so grateful. Jordan, and doing this live stream. Jordan has been so focused on this for the last many weeks, putting in so much time, and then Cameron coming along and helping him, wingmanning him here. We're so grateful for you guys. Samuel Cantalon, the most amazing MC. You're such a pro, so competent. Thank you so much for all you're doing tonight. Oh, the Australian worship team. Wow, you guys were amazing. Just brought the Holy Spirit to this event. Just a wonderful worship time for this union today. And I really don't want to forget anyone. Rod and Alexandra have given the last 48 hours running around feeding the kids. I haven't even seen my kids in 2 days. They even got them dressed with their little bow ties for the wedding. Can't thank you guys enough. You're such a blessing. Amber and Craig, you've done so much. You didn't really come as guests. You came and you were running and doing stuff, bringing coffee. The best coffee in Eastern Canada. They own the coffee company, Equator Coffee, and it might be the best coffee in the world. Buy Equator Coffee. We love you guys. Yeah, they're like family. Oh my goodness, Texas people coming for such a long way when you weren't even supposed to be in Canada this year. The amazing band, are they even here? Benji is graduating from Band-Aid College in the music program, and he was on drums tonight with his band, and they're all graduating and going off to music program. I think I'm done. Shout out to my mom. I want to shout out to my mom. It's been, it's a sweet event, but with my dad not here, we feel the absence of my dad. And Mom, I'm so glad you're here, and Tanta Ola, that you guys are wingman now for each other. So, love you, Mom. And that's all. Everybody, I want to thank everybody here, and all you people online, Scottish family, yeah, everybody, Australians, Scottish, love you all, thank you all. And our wonderful photographer, yeah. Thank you so much for doing a great job. Okay. I think we are Samuel.
Yes. Hold on, Samuel. I just have to say that all this beautiful decorating, flowers and tables and all this stuff has been like a several month process, and all done by Erica, who's thanking everyone else. So let's just
Flower team. Okay, so these flowers, yes, all the Australians, and the room was full of women. We did a workshop, and it took so many people doing these flowers. But the unexpected one was the night before we arranged the flowers. It takes about 4 to 6 hours just to prepare the stems. And I was overwhelmed on my own. Jordan Cantillon spearheaded the stems and then brought in all the groomsmen. The room was full of men, and all the dudes. Thank you guys. You are amazing.